Have you ever wondered why you never see that much of Rob Kardashian? You'd think that Kris Jenner's boy would get a lot more airtime. Well, there are a lot of other people who have wondered why he doesn't get the same celebrity treatment as his famous family. There have been rumors going around for a while that the Kardashians have been trying to place Rob under a conservatorship. They also allegedly forbid him from seeing his daughter, and he supposedly OD'd because he was so upset about it, with Kris working her media magic to keep word about the incident from getting out. Apparently, Kris is to blame for his weight struggles too, and it doesn't help that Kim picks at him about it. There have been multiple insiders who have come forward to say that Rob feels like his family abandoned and betrayed him, and that he got sacrificed during their social climbing and fame-seeking schemes. They've done their best to sort of scrub him from the family's public persona, and now there's virtually no trace of him. There's a lot to unpack here, so let's get into it. The fact that Rob Kardashian feels so rejected and singled out by his family has allegedly led him to spiral down into a deep depression.
What's wrong, Rob? Tell me. Don't cry. What's wrong? Rob, what's wrong? You confused? Tell us, talk to us.
I'm sad because I don't even want to sit down because
Rob.
I'm just saying, I don't buy any of that. I'm smart enough to understand what's going on. Whatever you're trying to do and say and bring up isn't gonna happen.
Kris seems to bully and mistreat her son and encourage her daughters to do so as well, while using her daughters to make money and build her empire.
My whole thing is my anger, a lot of it stems from like the working environment because they all kind of put this cloud on me like I'm a loser.
What do you say when people do that?
I mean, I don't say anything because I don't believe it.
But then you blow up later.
But then you
No, I blow up later because when there's a business opportunity, all my mom obviously cares about is the 3 girls. And whenever I say, I want to open up a men's
But
store.
mom never helped us with that.
Anyways, she's my mother. And
Okay, hang on.
If you watch the early seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, then you know that Kris focused the majority of her energy on building careers for her daughters, Kim and Kylie specifically, and pretty much ignored Rob. Kim came to Kris's defense in that department, saying that Kris doesn't know how to raise a son.
I feel bad for her that like all of us are really mean to her when like it's not her fault, and that's why I always have her back because I don't think it's her fault. I think she just doesn't know how to raise like a son that well. That was like Dad's thing. She does what she can with the girls. That's her thing. Girls, you know, it's like hard to explain.
She did know how to exploit Kim and Kylie though. She even pressured them to do Playboy shoots and allegedly put Kim up to releasing her spicy tape, even watching and picking the best one to leak. But Rob, Kris didn't give a hoot what he did. Kris is actually more interested in Rob's daughter's future than his. But people say that Kris has done a lot worse than just neglect him. When Keeping Up with the Kardashians was in its infancy, Rob was on it more often. He had a lot he was going through, like weight issues and struggles with his mental health. And after doing some serious digging, now fans are starting to blame Kris for enabling Rob's weight issues and allowing Kim to sit back and bully and body shame him. They're saying that this negative environment is what led Rob to deal with depression, and I mean, that's understandable. If you've got people making fun of your struggles, it can make dealing with them even worse. And the fact that it's your family throwing fuel on the fire makes it sting even worse. Rob put on some weight in 2012 after he broke up with Rita Ora. But the weight gain was just one part of a mental health iceberg. Then in 2013, he told Lamar Odom that the weight tanked his self-esteem and led to mental health issues, and that his mom and sisters were being so mean to him about it that they wouldn't let him be photographed next to them because they were allegedly embarrassed by his weight gain.
Frustrating to me that like I'm not happy going out if I'm not in good shape. Once if I don't get this together, then I won't want to like hang around everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Fans' hearts really went out to Rob on that matter. It seemed like he had to reach out to Lamar because his mom and sisters weren't helping him and he didn't find a support network in his family. But more than that, they were so concerned about their own images that they shunned him and pushed him aside instead of helping him deal with his issues. It makes sense that they're so all about appearance because that's really the only thing they have going for them, but that's not fair to Rob. Of course, the paparazzi didn't help either. They constantly asked him rude questions and made intrusive comments about his body.
Rob, why are you gaining so much weight, man? Movie role or something?
In May 2014, he said this on his social media. "So I found out I was trending for being fat. Thank you all, it really made my day." He also wrote of the online scrutiny, "No one will ever understand how much it hurts." During that time, rumors went around that Kris tried to send Rob to a weight loss camp ahead of Kim and Kanye's wedding. And she allegedly told him that he had to drop at least 70 pounds before the wedding. One source even said that Kris told him he was an embarrassment. He's an embarrassment to the family. Kris Jenner demands Rob Kardashian to go to fat camp to improve his marketability. The source said she called him a fat slob and said he's losing out on business opportunities because no one wants someone as huge as him representing their products. And they also tease him by leaving cakes and cookies around to tempt him. The insider said he feels like the family abandoned him when he was more than just a business deal. There were other rumors that it was Kim who forbade him from coming to her wedding in Italy. People said that Kim thought that Rob would mess up her Instagram perfect pics. A few days before the wedding, Rob left Italy. You can see in this video clip that he's crying during his departure.
Why did you skip the wedding, Robert? Robert, can you tell us why you skipped the wedding? Robert, are you and your family fighting, Robert?
But Kim says that Rob decided to leave early and that there wasn't any drama.
He sent me a long email the morning of that he was gonna leave and there was no fight. And I just thought, you know what, this is my day. I'm not even gonna worry about it. I hope he's okay. I totally understand that he wouldn't wanna see a lot of people if he was feeling uncomfortable. And I just, you can only pray and wish that someone would not miss out in more memories in life, because life is about memories. So fix the problem. That's just how I am, but we didn't even have a conversation.
Nobody's buying her story though, and fans called her a toxic narcissist, saying that she was twisting the narrative in an attempt to make Rob look like the bad guy in the situation when she was the one being the bully. Wendy Williams even spoke up for Rob and said his family should have been there for him.
But this family has allegedly fat-shamed him. Yeah. He's eaten himself into something terrible. Emotionally, he's probably a mess, and he needs a...
Can't say I disagree with a word of that. Wendy really calls it like she sees it. Rob was definitely salty about the wedding situation because a few months later he posted this picture and said, "This is my sister Kim, the bitch from Gone Girl." And in typical Kim fashion, she didn't accept her responsibility for his anger, but in fact tried to get the whole family to abandon him and said he didn't deserve their help.
We all make his life so easy. Okay, we'll drive you around with the chauffeur so no one has to look at you. We had a chef on standby, a trainer. Everyone licks Rob's ass and does whatever he says. And it's just at some point you just have to give it.
Fans and the media were absolutely disgusted by Kim's reaction to Rob. The Washington Post even wrote a piece in his defense titled, "Rob Kardashian, the most tragic figure of America's most fame-seeking family." In it, the publication accuses the family of abandoning Rob. The article didn't pull any punches either. It said that the family did what it always does and twisted the narrative in favor of the women while ignoring Rob's mental health and weight struggles. They even pointed out the bizarre nature of the Kardashians treating Rob's health concerns like just another storyline. While all this was going on, Rob's health kept declining and he was eventually hospitalized and given a diabetes diagnosis. The one silver lining of this was that it was the wake-up call that Rob needed to get serious about his health and weight. His girlfriend at the time, Blac Chyna, actually really helped him turn it around. He came out later and said she was always there motivating him. In February 2016, insiders spilled this. Rob has fallen hard for Blac Chyna. She makes him super happy, and this is the first time that he's felt so optimistic about life in years. But never mind the fact that Chyna was helping Rob and making him feel better than he had in years. The sisters and Kris didn't like her because she was Kylie's former boyfriend Tyga's ex. A source said, Kylie Jenner is livid over Rob Kardashian being linked to Blac Chyna and feels betrayed. The family even tried to gaslight Rob by telling him that Chyna was just using him to get back at Kylie. And after he and Chyna had their daughter Dream, cracks started to form in their relationship. The breakup sent shockwaves through Hollywood. Blac Chyna sued them all and said they purposely sabotaged her reality show with Rob, but she and Rob got through that and managed a civil co-parenting of their daughter. Chyna's went through a personal transformation recently and now goes by Angela, and is allegedly doing much better since she's gotten away from the Kardashians. However, word on the street is that Rob is still in the trenches. Back in 2022, reports started popping up of Rob ODing. Rob Kardashian had drug overdose 2 days ago, and the clan are working overtime to try and hide it. It's said that Kris is the one who went to work silencing American tabloids. It was French media that broke the news. guess she doesn't have as much pull over there. The story goes that Rob was rushed to the hospital on December 27th and that he was unconscious, pale-faced, and had blue lips. When he woke up, he allegedly went on a rant about Dream and, "I can't enjoy my time with my kid without snakes and crows monitoring my attitude and behavior." He also allegedly told staff at the hospital that he wanted to die and celebrity life wasn't for him. Kris and Khloe supposedly showed up to the hospital, and Kris is reported to tell the hospital staff that not a word of this was allowed to be leaked to the press. And since Rob is now still rumored to be dealing with mental health issues, fans blame Kris and his sisters. They say they just abandoned him when he needed them. Some fans think he's been put under conservatorship in secret, but others say that OD was an attempt at sacrificing him. This fan said, "I believe he's in a conservatorship or a similar situation where Kris and Khloe handle everything for him. He used to live in one of Kris's properties and then moved in with Khloe. Dream Kardashian also has a permanent room at Khloe's house and spends most of her time there when she isn't with her mom Angela. All that along with the rumors of overdose, it's not crazy to think that the family keeps Rob locked and sedated somewhere away from the public. The Kardashians also have ties to Lou M. Taylor." Another said, "Something happened to him around the time he was trying to model. I noticed that spiral. Just look at what's coming out now with the Diddy and Kardashians. Modeling went south, why?" But now I want to hear from you. What do you think about how the Kardashians treat Rob? Do you think he's secretly in a conservatorship? And do you think his alleged overdose was a calculated move to remove him from the Kardashian clan? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!